Good evening, everyone. Today I'm filming in a whole new light because I thought it'd be appropriate because we're going to do some Halloween makeup. So I decided very last minute to do a Halloween tutorial after all. Because, well, first of all, I'm really busy with stuff for university and assignments and things to study. And then there's this project and that project, and everything is one big pile of chaos. And on top of that, I have been all. I'm sorry, let me do it again. And on top of that, everyone is in a Halloween mood, but I'm already thinking about Christmas. And really, I have been at Christmas with my head all along, and I'm in like a super Christmassy mood lately. And yeah, it's really weird to be celebrating Halloween when you're thinking about Christmas and stuff. But I have decided to do a Halloween tutorial after all, and this tutorial is going to be a beholder from the game Dungeons and Dragons, or D&D. And this is one of my favorite monsters from the game because I just think it's adorable in its own creepy, hilarious way. And you should look it up. It looks really weird. It's this big eye, this big ball with an eye in. If you don't know the game Dungeons and Dragons, you should look it up. It's awesome. I love it. And Vin Diesel plays it, which makes it really cool, right? But anyways, have a happy Halloween, you guys, and enjoy this tutorial. I will see you next time. Bye! So we first start our tutorial by drawing the outlines. The tiny stripes are just for measuring. So first we draw the mouth. I'm drawing like this really wide, scary, clown-like smile. We're going to give our beholder an evil kind of smiley face. And next I'm drawing the eye, and I'm going to make the eye cover my eyes and most of my nose. And I'm drawing a big oval. Very important, not a circle, draw an oval because it makes the eye look more natural. And then I'm going to draw like a half a circle or like a line which is going to represent the eyebrow, which is going to look very angry. I've mixed some pink with some really pale gray, which is going to be our base skin color. And we're going to apply 2 layers of this paint to get an even opaque surface to work with. And then we're going to leave this dry for like a few seconds. Water-based paint doesn't take a very long time to dry. It dries really quickly, so you have to work really quickly if you want to add some details while it's wet. Also, I want to say that although this tutorial is about half an hour long, it did take me about 2 hours to apply this makeup, so make sure you have enough time. Also, I'm wondering, what are you guys going to do for Halloween? Let me know in the comments down below. Maybe you're going to a party, or you're going trick-or-treating with friends, or you're going to do a movie night. Let me know, I'm curious. When we're done coloring in the skin parts, we're going to take a very pale mix of pink and white, and we're going to use this to lay a base coat for our eye, our big middle eye. Why pink? Because I didn't want to start with white, because white is going to be our color to make the eye more shimmery and sparkling. I don't think sparkling is the right term when it comes to like a floating eye monster, but whatever. Also guys, very important to first prime your eyes and your face. I forgot to prime my eyes, and you're going to see this later on in the video. Why this is very important. Certainly with water-based colors, because they crease so quickly. If you make tiny mistakes, don't panic. We can always fix those later on. And since this tutorial was quite improvised, you're going to see me make a lot of mistakes during this video. So when we have covered our complete eye surface, we're going to start on the mouth, and I'm going to start drawing in some really sharp teeth, and I'm using a flat tiny brush, which I usually would use for eyeliner, and I'm going to draw some drop-like figures for some really sharp teeth. You don't want to make these too straight, you want to give them some curve. And remove them from the edge of the mouth just a tiny little bit, because we will be drawing in gums later on. And separate them a little, because we're going to draw in some extra rows of teeth later. In the bottom row of teeth, I'm going to draw them against the line of the mouth, because I'm not going to draw in any gums there. And with a lavender purple, I'm drawing in the gums between the teeth. And I'm going around the roots, and then making sure that I don't mess up the outline of the mouth. The most important thing when drawing the mouth is, one, that you don't draw the teeth too straight, and two, that you don't make the teeth run into each other. So I'm going to color in the inside of the mouth, and I'm going to take a bright purple color to do so. And I'm going to color in between the teeth to show the inside of the mouth. Also, if you guys want to tell me what you're going to dress up as for Halloween, please comment down below. Personally, I'm not going as a beholder. I will be going to a party hosted by some friends, and it's a masked party, so I'll be wearing a mask and then probably some fancy dress. Then I'm using a very dark color to color the middle of the mouth and then fan out to the outer corners. I'm doing this to add a bit of depth and to give the illusion of like a throat. Beholders have kind of an endless mouth that goes on and on and on. So they get a black hole for throat because there is no ending. When we have finished the throat by applying a very, 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 very dark blue, then I'm going to draw in some more rows of teeth because beholders have lots of rows of teeth. And I'm going to use a flat eyeliner brush and some white paint, and I'm going to draw small triangles of white mixed with some blue to give the illusion of smaller teeth behind the front teeth. I'm mixing these in with some blue so that they would look further away than our front teeth. And again to give kind of an illusion of depth. You want to keep adding teeth until you have no room left. You want to make this a really creepy smile full of sharp teeth. Next we're going to fill in the eye. I'm not adding white, I'm adding a very pale mixture of white and pink, which is almost white, but not quite yet. So fill it in. Again, if you make a mistake, you can still fix it later. No disasters happened here. Now I'm letting this dry. And then with a dark blue, I'm drawing the iris, or where it's supposed to be. Not sure if that's the iris. I don't know what the black dot in your eye is called. If you do know, please post it down. Please post it down below. I'm at a loss at the moment. So it's not so important to draw a perfect circle or anything. Right now we just want to know where the iris is going. Then with a purple I'm going to draw a circle around the iris. Here you do want to go for a circle and not an oval, because, well, irises are usually perfectly circular. That's a cool word, circular. That's gonna be my word of the day. Not sure it exists though. I don't know, does the word circular exist? Should look it up. Okay, now I'm going to use different hues of purple and blue to color in the eye. Now I'm going to use different hues of purple and blue to color in the eye. And just keep adding like stripes of purple and blue until you've completely filled it up with color. Like this. There we go, that's starting to look like something. I'm going to add some more dark blue to give it more depth or dimension or whatever you want to call it. I wanted to add something at least. Not sure what. Maybe some more color. Don't remember. And you can see it a little bit that my eyes are starting to crease really bad because I forgot to wear eye primer, which is a lesson for us all. Wear eye primer. Okay, I'm using black to make the small dot, which I don't know the name of, really, really dark. And then I'm outlining the iris with some blue to finish it up. I'm adding some white stripes to start off the shimmering. And then with a wider brush I'm making a white spot, which is the shimmer in the eye. This makes me think of that Watership Down song, like Bright Eyes. Yeah, that's actually a very Halloween appropriate cartoon. Watership Down. Okay, so I'm adding some spots of pale pink mixed with grey to make my skin more spotty, less opaque and really even. Because hey, we're painting a monster here. Monsters don't have nice skin. Working on the eye a little more. I don't remember why. I wasn't pleased with it. So I'm going to use this lavender eyeshadow to give my face a little more dimension. Apparently my beholder has rosy cheeks. Why not? And with a thin brush I'm going to add some lines for detail, like a crease above the lips. Oops, had a tiny little accident over there. We only have happy little accidents, like Bob Ross used to say. I wish I had some happy little trees to go with it. So I'm really just adding outlines and shadow where I deem it appropriate, and then with a blue I'm going to add to this shadow and emphasizing the eyebrow and the space behind the eye area. And around the lips. I'm just basically making my skin very spotty and irregular and dirty even. Adding some more shimmer to the eye. Shimmer, shine, sparkle, whatever. And I'm adding some purple to the outlines in preparation for the black outlines, which are coming in a second. In a second. I said in a second. Let's have some fun, shall we? I decided to add some very thinned out water paint over the details to soften them up. And then I'm adding these eyes that I made out of paper clay. And I just painted them. If you don't have any fake eyes or anything, you can just draw these on. Very important, a beholder has 10 eyes besides his big central eye. And every eye has a different beam. Like you have like this laser beam and maybe a fire beam or something. You can just have fun with it. I'm adding paint to my hair because, well, usually I would recommend a bald cap for these sorts of things, but this was very last minute and so I didn't get to buy a bald cap. And then here are my black outlines. I'm adding black outlines to the eye and the mouth because that way he looks a little more drawn, painted. And it helps clean up the mess I made on my face. And there we go! It is finished. We have our big eye, our big creepy smile, and a very dirty skin from being a monster and such. This was a very last minute makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it though, and I hope you will join me next time. So let me know what you did this Halloween, what you dressed up for, where you went, what you did. I'd like to know, I'm curious. Bye and have a happy Halloween!